All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Here we go.
Hey, what up, boys? So, it begins, my friends. Ashes of Creation is finally ramping up after months of literal crumbs of information. After today's live stream, I can finally refine the new information into some of the best quality copium I've ever made. This month's juicy topics consisted of some brand new races, a bunch of interesting Alpha 2 information, and of course the usual concept updates that get me super hyped for this highly anticipated MMO.
Absolutely.
However, before we get into that, grab yourself a Coca-Cola, because this month's live stream was so good that I highly recommend you go and watch the VOD over at twitch.tv/Ashes of Creation.
That's your job. You gotta watch it for me. I watch you.
With all that bollocks out of the way, let's begin, shall we?
Okay.
Now, it wouldn't be an Ashes of Creation stream without the usual catch-ups at the start, talking
Got
about
the
all the
music.
dev discussions, the swap over for next month's
Damn, that
discussions,
shit's
the
cozy.
cosmetics for this month, and of course, Steven giving us an update on Intrepid Studios itself. Not too much interesting stuff going on with the studio update. 6 new members joined Intrepid, a few seniors within...
That's a lot of fucking people, especially for a team that small. 6 new people, that's a lot. Like, they're gearing up to actually, like, really get this shit out there, which is great.
M6, and Steven emphasized the importance of hiring at the start of this year. Additionally, Steven announced that the whole team now has moved on to Unreal Engine 5.
We saw this last month.
The ramp-up is certainly real. One could even say it's unreal. Fuck me, I've had that joke on standby for weeks now, and it ended up being...
The thing is, like, honestly, guys... I didn't even notice the pizza boxes. Like, if it wasn't for y'all making posts about it in the chat, I genuinely would have probably never even noticed it. You know what I mean? Because, like, this guy is basic. Like, look at his fucking hairline. Like, you see that? Like, that's the hairline right there. He's got that Vegeta shit going on. How do I know that? I wonder. And so this is basically me with a shaved head. That's what it is.
Just as bad as I thought it was. In the same vein, because of UE5's changes, Intrepid are adjusting their management structure to utilize it far better than before. I won't bore you with specifics, but I will instead direct you over to my UE5 video that explains most of Unreal Engine 5's features and how it benefits the development of Ashes of Creation.
See, like, to me, whenever I see something, like, I remember we watched this, and just, like, everything about it was really cool. I genuinely think that, like, this area and everything about it is great, man. Give me one sec. I gotta change one fucking thing, and then we should be good. Yeah, we're good. And so, I feel like if you played the alpha of Ashes of Creation, or you watch people play it, it actually played pretty fucking well. So Unreal 5 is definitely going to be a huge improvement. And I think also, like, one thing that's good about Unreal 5 is, like, Unreal 5 is going to be, it's going to be relevant for probably the next 3-4 years at least. So if they had released the game in Unreal 4, it would have come out of date. Like, it would have been, like, old technology on release, and, like, more like 10. Probably you're right. And it's like, it's just like, now, like, with technology, how can you predict anything? But, like, what I'm saying is that whenever it comes out, they're going to be using state-of-the-art technology. And I feel like if they had released it on Unreal 4, and this is something I had even talked about during, I think, the alpha, is that I wish that they would do it in Unreal 5. Like, I didn't really know if that was going to happen, because it looked good, but it's like, you thought that it looked good until you saw this, and then you realize how good it could look, and that's a different perspective. You see what I'm saying? So how much money does Blizzard pay you to keep playing? Well, it's about to get refunded because I'm talking about another game. Yeah, I'm about to get my money taken away. Don't tell Ian I'm talking about other games, man. So yeah, like, this is a good thing for them to start using Unreal 5. I talked about this in the last update, so a lot of y'all probably already heard this conversation before, but again, it's really nice to see. Ashes gonna die, same as New World. There's nothing special about it, just meh. But like, the thing to me is, like, how can you say that about a game that's like 20% of the way done. The game doesn't need to be special. Like, it doesn't have to have like really cool visuals for it to be a good game. I think the main thing, like, this is my opinion about it, is like the main thing that MMOs are just fucking garbage in nowadays is the systems. The systems fucking suck. Like, it doesn't matter if it's Gypsum in New World or Azerite Power or Conduit Energy in World of Warcraft. These systems are fucking garbage. And that's what really matters, is that if you have a game with good systems, everything else comes together. And I feel like, and this is like a completely fucking unsubstantiated opinion, okay? I feel like that's why a game like Albion Online is successful, is because it has good systems. The graphics with the game are like, it's like a fucking, the Wind Waker in GameCube. That's from a long time ago, but the systems work. And the systems are the one thing that I feel like a lot of MMOs nowadays really are just not on top of. So that's the way I think about it. The January new dev update? I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm not 100%, but, you know, I'm pretty sure I did watch it. All right, here we go.
Five's features and how it benefits the development of Ashes of Creation. Come on, guys, you gotta let me shill at least one of my videos. The channel's become very irrelevant lately, and I can't imagine why. Finally, before getting into the next segment, they gave us an update on a studio tour, but sadly, it's not quite ready yet, but things are moving along. The rest of this segment was some discussion about food, so yeah, cheers for that, guys. You made me hungry enough now to want to order a pizza.
No, yeah.
That's fine. I
another box for the tower
this month anyway.
Okay.
Starting off this segment, they spoke about how internal discussion usually goes when planning and designing their systems, and it's such a joy to hear how passionate the team are, and it certainly refills my hopium tanks. They've started to focus on the bigger picture related to Alpha 2 now, and
I feel like a lot of people, like correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like a lot of people have been like super negative about Ashes of Creation in the last like 8 months, like the last 6 months. But I think that a lot of people, after they saw the Unreal 5 engine, the transition, I feel like it won a lot of people back over. And not that like they're gonna, oh, this is gonna be the best game ever, but they're like, hold up, wait a minute, let's see what they got. You know, like this, not necessarily they're trying to change up the whole thing or they're changing their opinion all the way, but they're like, maybe this is going to be good because it's coming out. Yeah, they shoot a good shot. Yeah, like we'll see what happens. Because I think what happened, like this is just like my opinion with Ashes of Creation, is like the game originally came out. Summit did a huge video about it. Shroud did a huge video about it. McConnell and I, we had Steven on the stream. This is like last fucking year. We had Steven on the stream talking about the game. People's expectations were at 11. So it's like that just... The issue with that is it's kind of like people's expectations for Classic WoW. People's expectations for Cyberpunk. It's going to be people's expectations, probably if they ever do Witcher 4, I can probably assume people will not like Witcher 4 because their expectations will be so high that it will be impossible to meet them. It's like if this game doesn't make my life better, then it's a bad game. And it's like people, they got so high on it, and then they couldn't come back down. And, well, they did. Actually, they did. And after a while... they just stopped taking it seriously. People saw the gameplay and it was like, okay, this, you know, it is what it is, right? Because like the gameplay wasn't like super great because it was a tech alpha. And people saw that, and then there was like the $150 in order to get into it or something like that. And it's like, even though Steven said not to spend the money if you're just trying to get into the alpha, nobody wanted to hear that. And it just turned into like this really like cynical negativity about Ashes of Creation. And I think this is what happened for a while. And I do think that the Unreal 5 transition did win a percentage of those people back over, not to hype level 11, but to open-mindedness. Hopeful open-mindedness. Am I right about that? What do y'all think? I feel like that's kind of like what happened. Yeah. So that's a good thing. I'm glad. Absolutely. 500 is just like a contribution with access being an extra. Yeah, but like that's not what people hear, because people like, what's a better meme? That you help the project and, you know, want to fund it? Like, is that funny? Who's laughing? Nobody. $500 for an alpha? That's fucking funny. That's a meme. So guess what happens? Is the meme is propagated because it's funnier, not because it's true. It is what it is, man. It's stupid, but it is what it is.
Steven's excitement, he did accidentally leak that the current level that we're able to progress up to in Alpha 2 is level 35.
That's
so
good.
That's pretty exciting.
I hope that they don't let people do any of the end game stuff until the game actually comes out. I think that's really important. I think that like Classic WoW did that, and it was a good thing.
20 more levels than what was available in Alpha 1. So yeah, cheers for that leak, Steven. I hope Margaret didn't beat you too badly for that one. I honestly cannot convey the passion coming from Steven when discussing the team's process. So
yeah,
I again highly recommend you watch the whole VOD to get a good feel for this game's team. But wait, after you've watched my video, obviously, I will, however, give you a quick overview though, in case any of these subjects pique your interest. First and foremost, they did sadly announce the character creator wasn't quite ready this month. However, they did confirm it will be 100% ready next month, but gave us a quick disclaimer that it is, of course, still an early iteration, so UI features are not quite finalized.
Yeah, the character creators are really important. So like, if I was gonna look at like, what is the game that is the gold standard for character creation? Black Desert Online. It just simply is. And it's just like, there's nothing, in my opinion, there is nothing even close to Black Desert Online in terms of character creation. Like, what do y'all am I right about that? Yeah, it's like not even fucking close. So the thing is, to me, like, that's going to be a long time. And, like, they don't have to, like, the thing is, like, Ashes of Creation does not have to be as good as Black Desert Online. It doesn't have to be. But it does have to be good. Like, I think that, like, Final Fantasy XIV, in my opinion, should be the bare minimum. Like, I actually wish there was a lot more options in Final Fantasy XIV. Especially, like, if you could go into, like, there's, like, a normal character creator and a advanced character creator. But it's, like, in general, like, it just, you know, it's not something they spend a whole lot of time on, but it's good. It's good. But it's not crazy. And then you have other games. Like, the truth is, like, you have other games, the bad ones, it's like New World. The New World character creator is fucking garbage. Like, half of the different models make you look like Ronald motherfucking McDonald. Look, what the fuck? You're gonna look like that? You got cornrows that are red and your beard is green? The fuck is this? The fuck are you doing? Like, what? Who wants to look like that? That looks like a fucking, that looks like an affiliate streamer with 8 viewers. No, ain't nobody want to see that. Get that shit out of here. Oh my god, I hate that.
Steven and Margaret both had really in-depth discussions about siege mechanics, combat teases, AI infrastructure involving leashing and threat or hate or aggro, however you know this mechanic as, and also implementing some unpredictability for mobs, a very rare feature in MMOs. There was of course much more they spoke about, and these subjects are all...
It's hard to make NPCs unpredictable without making them unfair or annoying to the player. And, like, really, what does unpredictable probably mean? Unpredictable probably means that within combat with them, like, this just, like, I think about how is this shit gonna get programmed. It probably means after encountering this NPC and being in combat with this NPC for 10 to 20 seconds, there's a random roll of what window it happens in, the 18th second or the 12th second or whatever. And then there's a second random roll of what the random behavior is going to be, and it's going to be out of like probably 12 different things. You're going to know immediately what it is after you played the game for a long time. And like that's something that like, and what I'm saying about this is like, so people are able to predict procedural generation, because that's effectively like, it's not really what it is, but that's like the same ballpark of what it is. And the best example of this that I can give you is like Diablo 3. Like you zone into Diablo 3 and you see the Act 4 tile set, you know what's up. If you see the Act 1 tile set in the forest, you know what's up. And obviously, like, there's little differentiations, but for the most part, it's like there's a reason why, like, these guys in Diablo 2 especially just know exactly where to teleport to. It's because even though it's random, if you do it enough times, is it really random anymore? Because you know the framework in which the random generation can occur in. So yeah, you know the unknown because the unknown becomes the known. There's tile sets, mob types, and like you just start to know what's going to happen. So like it's really hard. That's what I'm saying, right? It's like it's so hard to make an NPC that's unpredictable but fair.
Interesting mechanics that are planned to be live, ready for Alpha 2. But I think there's a little bit of copium in that statement, I think. Now, as Margaret mentioned at the start of the video, the majority of this month's livestream is taking place during the character art segment, which comes under my favorite part of these livestreams, the concept. So we'll quickly go over the environment reveals before jumping into the real meat of this month's update.
I mean, this looks good. Like, straight up real shit. This looks good. Like, if the game released and the graphics were this good, I'd be happy, right? And yeah, this is the sailing music in Valheim. 100%. This is the shit that you kill serpents to. So, like, I think this is great. Like, boat graphics, yeah. It's a fucking boat, yeah. But, like, what's wrong with the fucking boat? Like, you gonna sail out into the ocean? What do you want to look at? You want to look like you're riding on a piece of cardboard? Like you got Wilson next to you, ready to go out on an adventure and get saved because you've been abandoned on an island? Get the fuck out of here. I want it to look good, even if it is a boat.
Meat of this month's update. Oh, speaking of meat, I ended up getting a meat feast pizza. So thank you, Steven and Margaret, for inspiring today's dinner. I very much appreciate that.
That's not meat. That's fucking that's cheese. Like, you lying son of a bitch. That's fucking cheese. Look at that shit. That's cheese. You see that bullshit? How you gonna lie about the pizza you eat? That's fucked up. Where's the meat? It's under the cheese? Yeah, right. How you know he ain't lying about it? I never had one of these pizzas before. I usually get from Domino's. This has, like, literally fucking nothing to do with anything else. Like, there's no reason for me to be talking about this at all. Like, I'm talking about, like, this is a complete fucking waste of time in this video. So I go to Domino's, and sometimes I get, like, because, you know, like, on a certain days, they sell, like, a 3-topping pizza for $8. Well, I get double pepperoni and bacon on it. And, like, that is a meat lover's pizza. Like, that's what it's actually about. That's the delicious shit. That's what's so good.
They started by showing us some final passes of their rowboats they've been teasing for the last few months. You can really tell that these have very race-specific flares to them. In addition, we also got our very first 3D turntable of a boat, so it's great to see the ocean-related content being fleshed out after so little of it being available during Alpha 1. Following that, we got the usual props to populate the world and diversify the nodes. Mainly Dunir-looking props this month, and to be honest, I'm basically just stalling out this sentence for as long as possible so I can actually show these off properly instead of glossing over them. So next up, we got a nice surprise clip showing off how their road system works, which is a very important part of the nodes. In case you're struggling to see what's changing in this clip, the closer the road gets to the center of this blip, which is represented by a node's center, the material of the road changes from dirt to sand to stone, meaning the closer the roads are to the center of a node, the more civilized the roads become. And now it's time for the big reveal. They hyped this up so
It's
much.
all kinds of like little things like that I think are just so important. And it sounds like who cares, right? But it makes it feel alive. It makes it feel like this is a living, breathing world that changes because of what you do. It's important. And it's something, it's so small. It's like, you know what an example of this is? You know, like in New World, whenever you hit a rock and like based off of where you are, it echoes or not? Isn't that the coolest shit? Well, I feel the same way about this.
And I will admit, I was vibrating in my seat from anticipation, and they did not disappoint.
Okay.
They finally revealed the stargazing Vec, which I totally did not expect.
So these are
because
the
they've
trolls.
not mentioned them at all for many, many months.
Oh,
They
shit.
probably kept it under wraps deliberately to throw us off. Good one, guys, you got me.
Huh.
I'm never gonna forgive this.
And they certainly look unique, don't they? They remind me very much of a World of Warcraft troll,
Yeah,
which I found
they definitely
fairly
do.
interesting. They're almost cartoony in nature, but still realistic enough to be believable. Steven even mentioned
They
there's
look like, you know what they look so much like? They look like the blood trolls. They look like the blood trolls from BFA. It looks good. Like, I think this is totally fucking good. Like, this is fine. This is good. I'm happy with it.
stance being very contorted, which is one of the trolls in World of Warcraft's defining features.
Yeah.
Although trolls are very tall, because of their stance, they do not tower over other races, as they're slumped over.
Yeah.
Everything about them is unique, from their tribal bone-like jewelry to the tattoos and the skin, all make them almost alien as a race, unlike anything we've seen so far in this game.
Especially
But then
that guy
it was
in the middle,
reveal
you know?
I was waiting for.
Okay.
The full Renkai reveal, and finally, I can see my future orc mummy.
We won't be showing the female quite yet. We won't be showing the female.
Oh, man.
Oh, why would you do this to me, Margaret? We only got to see
But
the
she's
male-
gonna be, like, you guarantee that the females are gonna be thick, man. Like, look at this guy. I mean, we've got, like, fucking, like, look at this. We got Eddie Hall right here. Hell yeah. Like, you guarantee that the females are gonna be thick as hell. It's gonna be great.
orcs this month, and Jesus, they actually
Look at that.
exactly how
Dude's
I hoped
massive.
they would. Really resembling the orcs again from World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I
Who
would say
doesn't
so.
want a HD version of Garrosh? And hey, maybe Ashes of Creation can be the timeline of WoW that didn't go to shit. You know, back before they made Garrosh do some timey-wimey stuff and then destroyed
To be
World of
fair, like, this shit was fucking badass. It was what happened after this. Like, I think, like, I was not sold on the timey-wimey shit either until Garrosh pulled off that hood. And I was like, oh shit, all right, let's go. We'll see what happens. And then, well, the worst part about it is that we saw what happened.
Warcraft's lore. Ah, great storytelling.
God,
Blizz.
it was so fun.
Really-
That was so
Yeah.
fucking good,
It's the
man. It makes me
scale-looking
mad to
marks on
see
their
it.
skin that really caught my interest. I'm really excited to see how these can be customized, hopefully in next month's live stream when
Yeah,
they
that's
show off
really
the character
cool.
creator. Steven spoke briefly about the Renkai being the tallest race, standing a solid foot or two above the Vec, so hopefully my orc mummy will have no problems crushing my ball. We also got the reveal of the Nikua race.
Yeah.
You'll notice that they're far more halfling than actual dwarves,
Okay.
which some of you may be kind of disappointed by, but they did also reveal the brand new Dunir dwarf models that were reworked after feedback. As
Those
you can
look
see,
good.
this is a significant improvement to how the original models
wait.
looked back in Alpha 1, and this is why I
Yeah, I would say that's 100% an improvement, man. Like, that's 100%. And also, like, the thing is that it's not even really, like, the odds are that there will probably be another level of iteration beyond this. It's like anything that's going to be, like, they're going to do final passes and, like, this type of, like, changing up aesthetics on character models. This is going to be something that's going to happen over time. Not to be a hater, this game's all about visuals. Show me some systems and gameplay. Honestly, man, you should watch the live stream update yourself, because the one thing that I think a lot of people are sold on is the systems and gameplay of Ashes of Creation. Like, if you want to find out about the Ashes of Creation systems and gameplay, there are a lot of videos out there. Like, I even did a video about it last year. It was me, McConnell, and Steven. We sat down and we talked about the game. So I would recommend watching that and then watching some of the other stuff, because there's been a lot of information about the systems, like a ton of information. And like the road thing, like the like they showed earlier, that is like an effect of one of the systems.
Have so much faith in this team. They are not scared to admit that they missed the mark and go back to improve on their previous iterations.
Do it again.
It's so rare to see a development team go back and rework aspects of the game, because that obviously costs money and time, something Intrepid Studios is not worried about. Finally, they showed us a reworked Kalar male, which looks great, but well, after seeing the Vec, Renkai, and new dwarves, I don't really have much.
See, y'all know that's what I'm gonna play. Like, I'm not going to play, like, some crazy fucking orc warlord with, like, bones sticking out his head. I'm going to play, listen, I'm going to play a human male that looks like me. I'm going to be a warrior with a sword, because that's how I play fantasy games.
To say in regards to this,
that's what I do.
Who plays a human in a fantasy MMO, am I right? Oh, you do? My bad. Sorry.
Oh, you're
With the
gonna
huge
talk
announcements
shit, huh?
out of the way, they did continue on, showing off some of the do-near in-game obtainable armor sets, which
I actually really like that armor set. That armor set reminds me a lot of the armor that, you know, like the dwarves had in the last Hobbit movie, the Battle of Five Armies. Like, the movie was like, I mean, it had some cool cinematics. It's like the plot was stupid, but like the armor was cool. Like, this armor's badass, man. Like, whenever I think of a dwarf armor, that's what I would think of. And honestly, like, I would want even bulkier armor than that. It's like almost the guy is like a fucking space marine even. You know, dwarves are cool, yeah. Axe is too small. I do think that, yeah, I mean, but they'll probably have other different axes for sure. Looks like Warhammer dwarves? Yeah.
of course look great, and it is a good-looking in-game obtainable armor set. However, when transmog is involved, there's more to cosmetics than just... it's too complicated to explain right now, but I'll definitely be touching on this specifically in a future video. With Livestream rolling down, they jumped into some of the cosmetic sets, starting with the Regalia of Plated Heart from the February 2019 cosmetic pack. But of course, the stream wouldn't be complete without a showcase of a mount. This is the Salt Spine from one of the more recent cosmetic packs in November 2021, and it looks amazing, doesn't it?
That's
now imagine these as mobs in the world. Giant siege lizards with 5+ Nakua dwarf tribalists all hanging off of its spikes. Damn, I can't wait for this game. That looks
really cool.
Next, they gave us the baby version of the Fox.
Oh, this was one of the mounts.
Embered kit. These are from the September 2020 cosmetic pack, and they look very cute,
great,
of course. However, they are simply just pets, so they don't have much gameplay significance. Finally,
I wonder if they... No way. No fucking way.
To end this month's amazing stream, they showed us a rare tease of another in-game obtainable mount. This big girl looks like she belongs to the Valoon, and I can't wait to waddle across the desert with this graceful...
What a unit. That's an absolute unit. Wow. Okay, so the thing with this is, like, this is one thing I would really want with this. Is like, if you have a big mount like this, WoW does a really good job at this. Am I still logged on? No, I'm not logged on. But like, one thing that WoW does a really good job with is that they have small mounts and they have big mounts. And like, for example, like, let me get on the game. I'm going to show you guys just real quick what I mean. Because there are some mounts like, somebody does a question mark. Let me show you kind of what I'm talking about, right? Because like, you see a hippo, a lot of the mounts that we had saw in Ashes of Creation have relatively the same size. However, like in World of Warcraft, like you get on, like, let's say the Razaji Raptor, like it's about this big. But like, you compare, like, this is the size of the mount. And then you get on this You get on, look how much fucking bigger he is. Like, if you compare him to the raptor, it's like, that's like you versus the guy she told you not to worry about. Like, it's two completely different fucking things. So you've also got other mounts like that are in between. You've got things like the Proto Drake. That's a big fucking mount. But you've got other smaller mounts like the Horseman's mount. And I think that while having really big mounts and also having really small mounts is great. I'll do one more. I had to spell it. That's a big boy. I mean, like, whenever I'm riding around on this, I want to be like this in the game. I want to be looking down on everybody else. I want to be looking down like, yo, what up? What y'all doing down there? Like, what's up? What's up going on down there, right? Like, that's what I wanted to do. You see what I'm saying? Like, rather than have them be all the same size. It's a little thing, but it's not. It's actually a big thing in this example. Yeah, I think that's cool. Fuck you if I jump. I'm asked to jump up, right? It's fine. It doesn't matter. All right, look. Many mounts shrink your character size. Some do, but, like, you see what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you see what I'm saying.
Looking beast. And that's pretty much everything from this month's live stream
That's
update.
great.
And what an update it was.
I like seeing
it's
the
such
hippo.
a relief to see Ashes of Creation finally ramping up and starting 2022 with an update as huge as this one. And considering you made it to the end of the video, I'm going to assume that you enjoyed it. So why don't you give the video a like, and hey, on your way down, you might as well subscribe as well, right? The channel's not quite dead yet, my friends, and if Ashes of Creation continues to ramp up throughout the year, I'm confident we can get the channel to 100k before Alpha 2.
You got 13,000 subs. Look, bruh. I'm gonna link your video, but we got a long way to go. 13,000 to 100,000. That's a long way to go, man. You got a long way to go.
Always overhype what's being shown in the live stream.
Oh, that's the guy from chat.
Month was nothing special.
And
He's a funny guy. I like him. And so y'all want to give him a sub, give him a like. I think this is a good video. I've seen some of his videos before. I think he's all right, man. Yeah, he's all right. So there you go. I'm super excited about it. Like, I am very, very, very fucking excited about Lost Ark, about fucking Ashes of Creation, because somebody said Lost Ark in chat. I'm excited about both games, but, like, this stuff, like, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna just look at a couple of these, right? This looks fucking badass. Like, this actually does look fucking badass. I like this a lot. Now, really, you want my honest opinion, I really like this Dwarven armor. I think it looks great, especially the fidelity on it, really high quality. I really like the helmet that the dude's wearing. Like, that helmet is just fucking, like, that's some Prince of Persia shit. I love it. This mount, I know it might sound crazy. This mount is by far my favorite out of the ones they've shown. This is just, like, so much out of left field. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this? That's a big boy. Like obviously it's like an iguana. But it's not an iguana, but it's a fucking huge one. It's a big one. Yeah, I love it, man. I really, really love it. Exactly. So this is like all the mounts look good. I also think that one thing is that, like, games need to have this little cute shit in there. I know obviously we're all alpha males, so we don't need to have little cute kittens or fox kits around in our game. We're all alpha males here, but there are some people that don't have as long of a dick as we do, and maybe they would like this stuff. And you know what? Maybe some people like this even if they do. It's nice. It's cute. I'm gonna have one of these. Yeah, I'm actually gonna probably get one of these. These are cool. Like, no shit. Like, this is actually cool. Yeah, absolutely. Does it have boob sliders? Yeah, they confirmed they're gonna have I think Steven called it character customization. But yeah, he knew what we was talking about.